What up?
Hey
We're
there,
here with
what's going on with
the one and only. Hold on.
you?
This
Jeabriie.
is this is special. This is special. You know what I'm saying? One of the voices of of our of our generation. You feel me?
You know.
None other than Jeabriie Rielle.
Yes, snap,
Say that
snap,
right,
snap.
Jeabriie Rielle.
You know.
You feel me? You gotta put some respect on your name.
Put some respect on that with a K at the end. Look.
Straight up. Straight up. Hey, baby. How y'all say it? How y'all
Stella baby. Stella baby.
oh,
What's
you
that around?
feel me? Straight up.
Look, I'm why this is Hampton, just in case you didn't know for our people that are watching.
I ain't even going through proper intro because it's I'm so excited that Jeabriie Rielle. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed,
I feel so
a
honored.
pleasure and an honor.
Feel.
Straight up.
Thank you.
We having tea with Jeabriie. You feel me? You see what I did there? You see how we did that?
You know what I'm saying? You got to do a little.
Yay!
You know what I'm saying? You gotta let the people know what we sipping on. YOUnitea for the community.
Yay!
The arts community.
Yes.
Man, so like
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jeabriie. He really excited.
I'm getting to I was formulating my thought. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, we're good.
Okay. All right. So as y'all may know, well, the ones that's, interviewing me, I am a singer and songwriter and poet from New Orleans, Louisiana, but I do live in Houston, Texas. I've been singing pretty much my whole life since I was about the age of 7 years old. I've been songwriting since I was about maybe 24 or 25. And ever since I've been singing, like I just knew it was going to be my number one passion. Like that's all that I want to do. I don't care about the 9 to 5. I just want to sing, be on that stage, expressing myself through song, through lyrics, just anything with music. I'll say that. So that's a little bit about me, a little bit about you, girl. Yes,
I can dig
yes.
it. I can dig it. Let me ask, can you remember like your first piece of like musical work, like what it was, like even if you weren't recording, like, but if it was something like you wrote your first song or put together your first, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So I'll say that it's funny because I actually started out doing poetry before I was doing songs. So and like for me, I believe that like a poem can still be a song as well. All you gotta do is just add a beat and add like a melody to it or whatever. But my mother is a poet, so I feel like when it comes to the poetry, and she sings too, so it's like it was kind of in my family already. So I would watch her do poetry, coming to Looky Clapping. I would watch her do poetry coming up, and so me not knowing that I could write as well, I was just so focused on the singing part. So I'll say like my first time ever writing anything, I think I was maybe, because I say 25, 24 was when I started actually dropping music, but I'm gonna say it was like maybe like 2021. And I wrote like a small little piece, and it was about a relationship that I was in, and so like nobody has ever really heard it because it was just something that I wrote for myself. But that was when I knew I was like, okay, you know what? Like it ain't really sound bad like I thought it was gonna sound. So I feel like that right there was the introduction into that. So yeah. Poetry is where it started. Poetry.
Okay.
Poet, and I didn't even know it.
See, look at that.
Look at you. Oh, and I didn't even know it.
That's a bar.
We
That's
about
a
to
bar
create
right
right
there.
here.
Look.
Straight up.
Indeed.
That's dope.
Mhm.
Man, so first mom got the poetry chops. So you got
Mhm.
it honest from her, and then you wrote it about a real relationship you was in. That's them the best ones.
I had that emotion. It's that emotion. 'Cause I feel like it don't matter what you sing about, what you writing about. It has to start with some type of emotion. That way you can connect it with the listener. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's like I started writing poetry. I never told nobody I wrote poetry. And that was one of the things that I did too. It's like whenever I was going through like a transitional period, that's when I would write a piece. It didn't matter what it was going on, something big, that's how I would let out my emotions. And I would write. And I don't think I didn't let anybody read my poetry or hear my poetry till I was like, man, like 30. I was like 30.
So it was just sacred unto you.
Yeah, it was just for me. It was like You know, it was like a release. But then, you know, when you realize that your art isn't just for yourself, and when you share it, you can actually help somebody else through their issues, their emotions by sharing. That's when I kind of started like let one person hear, one person here, one person here. So with that being said, like, how do you feel now about sharing your poetry? I mean, I know you write music, but how do you feel about sharing your spoken word pieces, your poetry?
Yeah. So I'll say I actually used to like share it all the time. So now it's just mainly about my songs and everything. But like I'll say like probably like maybe like back in like 21, like 2020 and 2021 is when I would actually like present my poems. Cause like I used to open up some of my shows with my poetry. So I would spit like a verse or whatever of my poems or whatever, and then I would go into my songs. So I've done it before. I just got so stuck into the music part right now. So it's almost like, because I was gonna say like it's almost like with me having more than one talent, I have to find a balance. Cause when you a singer, a songwriter, a poet, all that stuff is like you kind of lean more towards one sometimes. So it's like I have to find that balance so where people can see all avenues of me. And it's hard, I ain't gonna lie, because I love to sing and I love to write too. So yeah.
I think you can definitely incorporate that in your shows. I think that's a dope idea. Like, you know, I speak more than I sing, so I would do the reverse of what you did. Like I would sing a couple of lines, a couple of bars, and then I spit. Because I was like,
see.
But I think it's definitely doable. Write you a whole show behind your talents, girl.
Straight up.
And a whole new audience, you know?
Exactly. Because I feel like they got some people.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say I feel like it's some people who may be into the poetry more than the songs, or you know, more and more into the songs than the actual. I don't know. Like it just depends on that person's preference. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I won't know until I just like try different things. You know, so it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. You know, your music can lead people to your poetry, or your poetry can lead people to your music.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, Jeabriie, do you remember when we first met?
I do. It was at the Houston. So I know I met both of y'all at two different cookouts. So I met you at the Houston cookout. I think that was, what year was that, girl? I don't remember. 23. 23. Yeah. I think it was like January of
January.
Yeah.
You were there.
It's all a blur for me.
Yeah.
He was there. I don't remember seeing him.
I called him the backpack kid. He was there.
That was that one?
That was the Houston one.
That you met her for the first time too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we did the Tell Me track together.
Yeah, Tell Me. Yeah. See, I don't remember seeing Hampton though. So I met Hampton at Vegas. The Vegas one.
Yeah. I think I formally met him in Vegas too. Yeah.
I think we was in different rooms. I think for like majority, because I don't remember like really seeing y'all either at the Houston one.
I stayed in one room. I was with Jeabriie.
Yeah, we did. That whole time. I ain't go nowhere. I'm like, dang, I ain't went to the other two rooms.
Yeah, I didn't even go down there. Like I never left that room.
I was shocked. Because with us, we stayed all the way to the end. Like everybody else was already gone home. We stayed there until they closed up the studio to finish that track. Like we wasn't playing. We was not playing.
Yeah. We stayed in there because we were finishing up that track. I wasn't gonna put anything on it at first, but he was like, "No, go ahead and put that on there." Okay.
Yep. That spoken word. I was like, "Come on."
Yeah. Shameless plug.
Yeah, this what I want to know. What is it? And it's the cliche question, right? What was that moment that you knew like you had something, like you had a voice, or somebody was like, hey, because I think I've told you this before. I love your voice. Like your voice it got a thing going on. It's you know what I'm saying? So like, what was the moment for you, like when either your mom or aunties or somebody was like, "Hold on, who in there singing?" You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I got you. So for me, okay, so I started out in the church. So church
Mhm.
is where everything was like my first of everything, if that makes sense. So it was my first time singing in front of a crowd of people, all of that stuff. So it was really my first solo that I had, my very first solo. And I think I was about either 7 or 8 years old, because before
Mhm.
I started singing in a choir, I was just singing like around the house. I had like a little Barbie karaoke machine. So back then
Mm.
they had CDs, of course. So they had like a little set of CDs and cassette tapes you had to put inside the karaoke machine. So like they had songs like Brian McKnight, like all the R&B goodies or whatever. And so I was singing those, but of course I was singing my church songs. So once I sung in front of the church and I seen their reaction, that was when I knew. I was like, oh Lord, like they hollering, they screaming, they passing out. So and so for me, like that was like the initial moment of so I feel like I can really sing. You know what I'm saying? And so from there, I just kept singing in the church. I started singing online like later on in life and everything. But like for me, it was the church house. That was the initial thing. Then of course, like once I sung in front of them, my family, heard my voice and it was like, okay, yeah, she got a voice on her. And I'm a big believer in constantly practicing to get to that goal that you want to be at, because I'm actually a self-taught singer, really. Like I taught myself how to do different runs and how to sing different notes and stuff, but I've learned a lot by doing this music thing, because I'm around people who are professionals at it. So I'm learning like a lot about music theory and everything, because you can still
Mhm.
know how to sing, but it's still room to grow. You know what I'm saying? So from me having my own self-taught techniques plus learning like new ways of singing, is like it's almost like I'm always constantly reach a new avenue of it. So yeah, the church is where it started.
Absolutely.
The church,
That's a great.
absolutely.
I think we got the same
Yeah.
kind of story. Like that's a
Background.
great place to really develop your like your talents, because you're around
Yeah,
other people. Like you said, you're around other people that are talented that can sing. You got musicians. Like
right.
that's a people don't really realize, like in church, like you if you don't know, you ain't playing right. Because I used to play in church as well. Like you ain't right.
Yeah,
Like they'll be like, get off the.
they gonna tell you. They
You know what
gonna
I'm
tell
saying?
you.
Like it's a place that'll build you up if you can handle that. You know what I'm saying? So like being
Right.
around other singers and then being able to like mimic what you hear is a big thing. Like, cause
Yes,
you
yes.
can't.
Training your ear,
Trying your ear.
right there.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So that's dope.
Take
That's dope.
practice.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
I'm sorry. You got them?
Mm.
Cause I'm just going for the. I'm excited. Man, we got Jeabriie Rielle.
Yeah,
Um,
you gotta say it with the accent. Jeabriie Rielle, it's French. Let me stop.
you feel me?
Yeah.
Um, so you got a release coming up. You told us. So you want to get into what you got coming up with the release, your remix and
Yes.
whatnot.
Yes, yes, yes. So, as y'all may know, my current single is "Loving You." It's been out since the top of
Crazy, by the
September.
way.
Man, and life has been crazy since it
Well,
dropped. I
thank
will say
you.
that. Hey, every day I can't wait just to be with you, look.
Thank you.
Man. So yes. So on February 20th, the bounce mix to "Loving You" is dropping. So, like I said earlier, I'm from New Orleans.
Hey,
So, although I've been in Texas, since Hurricane Katrina, I still got to represent my city. So I feel like it
Yeah.
wouldn't be right if I didn't do a bounce mix. Like I got to do a bounce mix for my city, of course. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that song is gonna be dropping on the 20th. So I have the link in my bio. It's available to pre-save right now. So y'all can go ahead and pre-save it. That way y'all can be ready to cut up with your girl, because it's coming. It's coming.
Yay.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. I think that one deserves some visuals to it though too.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be all there. I already got it planned. It's coming.
So let
I
me
already got
know
the
because
whole
I
logo
want to
and
twerk
everything.
what I don't have in the video.
Girl. Cause it's funny because I told my manager, I was like, this is gonna be the only time y'all gonna see me cut up. I'm so shy about dancing like that, but I'm like, yeah, I gotta cut up for my own song. I'm gonna cut up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm ready.
Hmm.
I mean, you listen to
Yeah.
Power Music?
I'm getting more hip. I wasn't.
I'm gonna put them on
I
the
didn't
now
know.
after this.
I didn't really know what bounce like music. Like if somebody was to tell me, like
Mhm.
this is bounce music, then I would know. But I know I've heard it. You know what I'm saying? Especially listening to people that are from the area. Listening to the mixes that Jeabriie and Lil Wayne did with some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. I wouldn't have known like, okay, that's bounce music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta learn.
Somebody had to hit. You know what I'm saying? So.
I'm probably gonna mute myself, but I first started listening to Sissy Noby and now you got Big Frida, Big Frida, and it's one more, it's a girl. I'm gonna put him on to that song too. It's a little bit vulgar. It's the one. Bounce on that. Bounce on that. Sit on that.
Is it Reedy? You talking about Reedy?
It might be
either Reedy or the other one. I think I know who you're talking about, but yeah,
I'm gonna put him on right after this, so he can hear some real bounce music.
Put him on right quick. Put him on.
Look, because when I used to go to New Orleans often, and that's how I got put
for
on.
real.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
For the Bayou Classic, I would go every year for the Bayou Classic.
Mm-hmm. What about Mardi Gras?
I had never been. No, I lied. I went to Mardi Gras one time, but people, it be crazy.
Yes, they be shoulder to shoulder, girl. Shoulder to shoulder, girl. You better.
Yes. Yeah. Girl, I'm like,
it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute since I went for Mardi Gras. Because I mean, like the last few times I went, it was just for like family stuff, so like go and visit or stuff like that. But I haven't gone for Mardi Gras. It's been some years now. So I'm overdue to go back. Like overdue. And for Essence too. Essence, it's another festival that happens every year. So I gotta go for that too. So.
Absolutely. I used to go to Essence too. I was always in the L, to be honest with you. I feel like now looking back, I was in New Orleans a lot. They fun out there.
I gotta go. I ain't been yet. I gotta get here.
Yeah. Gotta put him on.
He's a northern.
He's a northerner. He ain't really been to the south, so we gotta get him down to the south.
Yeah.
Northern
here.
I'm up north. I love like everything about down south. Every time I go down, everybody just like Southern hospitality is really a thing. Like when you talk about that, it's just a different vibe. Yeah. So but some of my people is from like North Carolina. That ain't all the way down. Texas is a little further. Where you know what I'm saying?
Louisiana, Atlanta, Alabama.
But But I love everybody from the South, man. You got a couple shows coming up too, right?
Yes, I do. Yes. So I got 2 shows back to back. So on Valentine's Day, I have a show. It's for the YOUnitea concert. So it's going to be at Province 8 Art Studios. And then on February 15th, that Saturday, I have a show for the State to State Indie Badge. And I'm a featured artist for that one too. So it's my first time being a featured artist. So I'm excited about that.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
We love it. Come on, feature.
Gotta keep the performances up, gotta keep the promotion up, because I feel like you can have great music all day. If you're not out there pushing it, nobody is going to know. Like seriously, like you can have a silent team, but that artist still have to push themselves, so I'm big on it. Even if you don't feel like it, like it's not, because like I feel like it's not about what you feel like doing when it comes to pursuing that career. Like you just have to keep going regardless of what you got going on. So I stand for that.
Absolutely.
For sure. Go ahead and go woo the people on Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Get them ready so they can go, chill with their boo. You know what I'm talking about?
With their little bae. Their little bae,
with their little bae.
You know what I'm saying? I got a random question for you.
What is it?
If you could be any animal in the world.
This question here.
Like what's your like what would be your spirit animal? Like if you was gonna be anything.
My spirit animal. That's a good question. I ain't never had nobody ask me that before, but I heard that question before though. My spirit animal, and I'm an animal lover myself. My spirit animal. My spirit animal. And you're gonna have to have me think on this for a good 5 minutes, man. I don't want to just say a dog because I have a dog, but I know dogs are very loving and everything. But dogs like to travel in packs. And I don't have to have a pack behind me just for me to migrate. So I'm not gonna say a dog. Um, um,
Ooh,
I think I want to say a
good
fish.
questions. Hold on.
And that's really a good question. He got me thinking about each animal. I'm thinking about a giraffe, an elephant. Um, I
Look, we can take your time. We can edit it.
I think I want to say. I don't know. I think I want to say a fish. I don't know. I want to say a fish.
A fish? Why a fish?
You like the
Okay,
water?
I think. I guess I'll say a fish because I feel like a fish, like they live in the water. You know what I'm saying? So like the ocean is very, 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 very large. So it's like when I think of a fish, they're constantly going through, I don't know, like different areas of the ocean. So I see those different areas of the ocean as different segments of my life. So I may be in this area for a decade of my life, then I might go, 15, 20 miles this way of this area of my life. What 90% that's been undiscovered or something like that. So it's like it's a big part of that ocean that people don't even know about. So life is all about what you don't know. It's like you can't just say, oh, my tomorrow is gonna be this and that and that. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So as a fish that's traveling through the ocean, they don't know where the hell they going all the time. So I don't know. I'm gonna say a fish. I'm
All
gonna
right,
say a fish.
fish.
Yeah.
We're gonna make her a tropical one of those beautiful, colorful fishes. That's right.
Yeah. Full of creativity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was actually a unique answer. Like I've never heard that.
A fish.
Me neither. Hell, and I'm
Yeah, but
sitting.
then,
I'm the one that said it.
but even the explanation behind it, like I love that because I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like now, like, you know what I'm saying, that's something we like all three of us actually got in common. Like we explorers. We want, you know what I'm saying? We looking for the next thing in
Explore.
life that we want to. Yeah, exactly.
When your
Right.
birthday?
Mm-hmm. Hi.
When is your birthday?
What'd you say? December 20th, 94. Sagittarius.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's sad. She's
That's why.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm like that.
You know how Sagittarius
And
is.
I love a Sag. Like a lot of my friends, one of my good friends, are Sages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I feel like our minds are very explorations. Like it's nothing boring with us, if that makes sense. So it's like I say some stuff, you be like, what she said? I'm like, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I gotta get hip. I don't know nothing about nothing but my sign. So I gotta.
And he don't really know nothing about no Leo. He don't know nothing
What's
about
your
no Leo.
sign? What's your sign, Hampton?
Leo.
Yeah.
So I just know how I am. So when I hear about, you know what I'm saying, like, but it's crazy because when they talk about how you get along with the other signs, you know what I'm saying, that are more compatible, whatever, like it really, a lot of times it's like true. So like they'll be like, oh, you get along with this person because they this and you a Leo. I'm like, oh,
yes.
okay. But it work out that way sometimes. So
right, because like I'm not that big into horoscopes, but I will say like the times when I've like read about it, because like you know how you check horoscope.com and like say if you check the one that say like for the day or like for the week, I'd be like, I ain't gonna lie, I really be feeling like that, and I be trying to deny it, but I'm like, I can't deny the truth, and so like just like how you said, Hampton, like sometimes if you link up with people who are compatible, a lot of times it do be working. Like, so I'm like, I don't know how all that stuff goes, but it's some truth behind that stuff. Like, I really be feeling like it's some truth behind it. Because I be like, how y'all just know how I'm feeling? Like, how is that possible? So, yeah.
I wasn't big on that until I just started. I mean, the more you read about stuff and you start researching and cross-referencing, it's a lot of stuff.
Yes. A lot of the unknown.
Yeah, but it's like, it's hard sometimes to realize that, for many centuries that people use the stars to do stuff like that. To travel, to tell you about yourself, like it ain't new. Yeah. So that kind of stuff just interests me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys.
So I know I got So
What you-
I got one more question before we get to you making sure we get your social media handles and whatever else you announce and give to the
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
What is your for you? What's your like go to creative process? Like when you're making music, like what's your thing? Like some people have like different just their own little rituals that they do before they record or whatever. Like what's your
Mm-hmm.
process from like beginning to now I got this finished work.
Okay. All right. So for me, I like to go to different places for me to express myself in a creative way. And I say that because I used to be able to just create in the comfort of my own home, but for some reason it just stopped working for me. It just stopped working for me. So I learned that, like, say if I go like to a different location, I don't care if I'm just going somewhere like to the park or something, just somewhere outdoors helps me a lot too. And it's like once I find that little spot or whatever, I have to find the beat that connects with my emotion. Because me, I'm very big on beats. I don't care what I'm talking about. Like if the beat doesn't match the emotion that I'm trying to pursue, it's not gonna work for me. So the location, the beat, and the lyrics, So once I get in that right creative space, it's almost like it just comes to me. It just comes to me like it's nothing. I swear, like it's just nothing. And like when it comes to like structuring out my songs and everything, I've learned that sometimes I may start with the hook. I may start with the verse. I may start with the second verse versus the first verse. Like I don't really try to make it so robotic. That way I can leave the floor open for me to just create. Because I feel like, we live in a society of control, and it's like they always trying to say, oh, you got to do this like this. You can't tell me how to be creative. And I feel like that right there is where you find that side of yourself that's hidden because you're so used to having to follow a script. I don't do that. It's creativity. You know what I'm saying? So I just find that spot and I just create literally. Like it's not really much to it. It's like once I'm in that comfortable space, it just comes. It just comes like it's nothing. And I just create and hit my studio and boom, I got a hit. Let me stop.
Yeah, come on, boom, we
Hey.
got a hit. Hey, boom, we got a hit. Yes.
Yes, you gotta
Yes,
get it. Cause
indeed.
I feel like the overthinking part, like if you overthink it, it's gonna be too much pressure. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
just let it flow. Like
Absolutely.
letting it flow is like my favorite statement. Just let it flow, and that's for almost anything. Almost anything. So yeah,
Yes.
that's that's the
Oh,
process.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Best way to do it. I ain't
Yes.
gonna lie. So
Mm-hmm.
what are
We
go
about
ahead,
to
I'm
ask-
sorry.
we about to ask social media.
Yeah.
Before we get to the socials and the closing. So we did give you this is our unity break.
See, I'm so excited about Jeabriie Rielle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even,
Like he got questions.
Our
go ahead.
unity break. Unity for
Yes.
the community. We have created handcrafted blended teas.
Hold on, commercial,
Yes.
just commercial break.
That commercial break.
It's good right here.
Yes, this is great.
Oh,
We
yeah.
crafted hand blended teas, currently having Serenity, which is the calming hibiscus and ashwagandha, and what we are all drinking today, which is our immunity that has our green tea, lemongrass, clove, cinnamon, and blood orange steepings in this wonderful cup. So
And it's good.
I would like to ask you, what are your thoughts about our tea today?
It's really good. Like, of course, I can taste the herbs and everything, but me and Waukesha had a conversation before this interview. So I used to fast a lot. So like when it comes to like the earthy flavors and stuff, all that stuff don't bother me. Like because it's almost like I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking for like how it's gonna make me feel later on. So I'm excited to see that. Because of course, the interview
Yes.
only been like what, maybe like 30 minutes, so it take a little minute for it to, maneuver inside your body and everything. So
Mhm.
I'm excited to see how it's gonna make me feel like in like the next hour or two or whatever. So, but I love it though.
Yeah.
I got my honey, got the honey in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So with the immunity, it should give you like a natural energy boost. So you just feel like you can do whatever you need to do to get done today, and you won't have a
Okay.
crash. Like with most sugary drinks, It'll take you up and then it drop you flat down. But with community, you won't do that. And also, especially where we live in the South, girl, if you suffer with allergies, that's where the cloves, the cinnamon, and the blood orange comes in with the citrus to help clean up your lungs, give you an immune boost as well. So I look forward to hearing about what you say, how you feel throughout the day, and thank you for enjoying some immunity for the community.
Yes, ma'am.
But wait, that's not all, Keisha. Also, if you order today, you can get this mug. I'm sorry. It's not like that's what I should.
But you can go to the link in our bio, and we are now available to ship or catch us when we're out and about in the community to get yours.
Oh yeah, link in IG bio. I forgot about that. I forget about everything.
It's okay.
It's a good day. I'm excited. It's a good day. Again, the link is in the bio. Go buy some tea from the website.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And that's a good segue into you as well and what you got going on. What's all in your bio? Where your links? Where can the people find you? And you got a website, anything like that?
Yes. So y'all can follow me everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Threads, X, all that stuff. And on music platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff at Jeabriie Rielle. And let me spell it. That's JeabriieRielle. Follow me everywhere. And I will follow back because I ain't bougie like that, all right?
Come on. We love a follow back. So I do have a I guess it will be a final question. It'll be a final question. I don't know. What is one thing you would like to leave the people with? A message, something about yourself? What is something you would want to leave the people with to know about you, or some advice or something like that?
Okay. So I'll say I don't talk about it a whole lot, but outside of the music, I stand for mental health awareness. So I'm big on it. Kind of goes to what I said earlier. I'm big on pursuing your dreams, regardless of what you have going on. Like I don't care if it's depression, I don't care if it's anxiety, I don't care PTSD, whatever the case may be, because I feel like we all have things that we're battling. Whether if you speak about it or if it's just a silent battle, So it's like I don't care if you just want to sell shirts for a living. Keep doing that. Your mind might be telling you to stop doing it for whatever reason. It could be something from the past. It could be something that's trying to stop you, something that's trying to hinder you, but you can't focus on that. When you shift the focus on the present time and tomorrow, you can get through anything. And that's all, folks. Yes.
Hey.
Absolutely. We heard it.
She has spoken.
Right. He has spoken. From the one and only, Jeabriie Rielle. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you. Get out there and make them hits. Go make some hits.
I will. I will. Thank y'all so much for having me. Thank y'all.
No
I appreciate it.
We appreciate you so much for being our host.
Peace.
All right.
Bye. Have a good one.